These healthy mummy potato pizzas may be frightening, but at least they won't give you an actual heart attack. Here we go. Hey everybody, this is Dylan.
And I'm Skeleton.
All right, that's enough of that. Thank you, Reeves. Always a treat when Halloween rolls around. It is Halloween season again, which means we are taking some really excellent recipes and putting a really ridiculous spin on them per Reeves' orders. Today it's going to be our mummy potato pizzas, but the special thing about this is that A, making these little potato pizzas is actually really a delicious way of eating pizza-like flavors, and B, we are making a really delicious pepperoni topping that you can use all year round on your pizzas, and it doesn't even just have to be the potato pizzas. We're also gonna make a tasty smoothie at the end, so stay tuned for that and you're gonna love all these recipes. Come in close, y'all, but don't be scared. Let's get to the cooking. We're making a pepperoni topping here, folks. We've got a whole bunch of herbs and spices and flavorings, but the main ingredient is tofu in this. I've taken 1 block of tofu. It can be firm or extra firm, it doesn't matter, and I've pressed it so that I can get a lot of the water out. Otherwise, if you leave the water in or you don't press it, then you're gonna have a wetter pepperoni. And then take it out of there. You can see it's quite compressed, and we're gonna throw it into the food processor, okay? This is the Tofu Express. I love this one. I've had it for years. Next, we've got a whole bunch of flavorings we're gonna add to this to make it rock and roll. Click down below in the description box, there's a link to our blog where Reeves has given you a recipe for all this stuff. You're gonna wanna try this pepperoni topping, it's really good. We got onion powder and garlic powder into the food processor. We have some paprika. I would do the smoky paprika, but it doesn't matter that much. And some ground mustard seed, black pepper, and some crushed red pepper. If you don't want it spicy, you don't have to use the crushed red pepper, but ooh, it's good. Then we've got some of the Well Your World date powder. You could use anybody's date sugar that you can find in the grocery store. Ours is the best, but you know. And then we have some anise. This has got such a distinct flavor, but it goes really well to give it that pepperoni taste. Fennelly, this is fennel seed. You could just throw it in and it'll be a little more whole, but I've got this adorable little mortar and pestle here. I'm gonna crush it just a bit. I wanna get at least some of this fennelly flavor into the actual tofu, but you want some chunky seed. It's good to have a little bit of that. All right, everything's in here. Let's give it a spin. I don't remember how long, just let it rip, and then we're gonna use the spatula. We'll pull down the sides a little bit, make sure it's all nice and combined. There it is. Now you can see as we go, it looks like it's gonna be really crumbly at first, but once it really starts to blend with everything, it gets into a nice, thick, spreadable sort of topping. And I'll show you how we're gonna apply it to the pizzas in a very spooky way. But I'm gonna rub down the sides. This is really quite dry. I like really press the water out. I wanna pipe this onto the potatoes, so we're gonna need to add a little bit of liquid back into it. Tablespoon or so of water. Let's see what happens. Now you can see that it's just a little bit stickier, right? And that's gonna work perfectly. This smells amazing already. Let's get it out of there. Okay, now here's the trick, y'all. I got a Ziploc bag. It's a quart-sized freezer bag. Get it in there because we're gonna pipe it onto our potatoes and have some fun. Use a spatula and get it all up.
You artistic?
Well, only because you make me artistic, Reeves. Would I have come up with this idea? No, of course not. Do you think I made a Halloween video before you joined Well Your World? I don't think so. We've got it in the bag. Now set it aside. Let's make some potato pizzas. This works best with a really big russet because you want your pizzas to be somewhat sizable, otherwise they're just gonna be bite-sized little pizzas, which work too. Let's get to the cutting of the potato. We're gonna make some pizzas.
Don't be a dummy, we're making mummies.
It never gets old, or does it? We've got some big monster russet potatoes. The bigger they are, the better. You can go lengthwise with your cuts, or you can go not lengthwise with your cut. Widewise? You wanna make them, you know, figure out how thick. I would say a 1/4 inch or so, because you do want to make sure the potato actually does cook in the oven. So let's do a couple like this. If you have a small potato, it's probably better to go lengthwise, I will admit. So now you can see the difference. Maybe that's more of a mummy head. I don't know. Now let's go right for the baking sheet. I just got a parchment lined sheet here. Let's set all of our mummy heads evenly around here. Now we need a little pizza sauce. I'm gonna put a little recipe down below. If you can't get hold of the most delicious pizza sauce that there is, completely SOS free at wellyourworld.com, we're gonna use ours because it is the best and the easiest. And all I'm gonna do is spoon on a little sauce. Now, if you want, you can experiment with this. Sometimes we've done this where we pre-cook the potatoes because they might need a little bit extra time compared to all the veggies that you might put on top, but we're just gonna go for it just like this. this, it'll be great. We are saucing the mummies. We're making them really scary, y'all. Real scary. Now we need some mummy eyeballs. We are going to slice a few olives.
You're slicing up eyeballs. Oh,
Oh boy. Chop up those olives. We are making eyes.
probably don't need that many.
No, we don't need too many eyes. Each one only needs 2 eyes. It still works that way, even for potatoes. We gotta put some eyes on these heads. Let's get to it. There's the eyes. Oh yeah. Look at that. What do you think, Reeves? Do those look like eyes?
Yeah, it's bringing it to life for sure.
Definitely. These
But
are, after all.
also to death. It's bringing it to death.
These are like the Walking Dead mummies. They're actually, you know, walking around and stuff. All right, y'all, it's time to make the magic happen and really turn these potatoes into mummies. We're just gonna cut a little tip off the Ziploc bag, and now we gotta get to the mummification. We're just going to put on some mummy bandages, just like that. Just pipe it on nice and slow, be patient. You're gonna screw up your first couple. As you can see, I have not. If it's not Halloween, you can just squeeze this on your whole pizza. You can make little pepperoni rounds like this. You know, you can make little clumps of like pepperoni, but you know, whatever. Just have fun with it. Pipe it onto your pizzas. Now it's as simple as baking it in the oven. Let's throw them in. Boom, boom. While those frighteningly cute mummified potatoes are cooking, we're gonna make a pumpkin pie smoothie. This one is awesome. All you're gonna do is take an ice cube tray. This is 1 can of pumpkin. That's why you see that these are not all full. It made 4 of these monster ice cubes. These are all like almost a half a cup. We're gonna use like a half a cup of frozen pumpkin, and the ice cube tray thing is a handy trick. And all you do, is pop out one of these, throw it in there. That's a big chunk, but whatever. And then we've got 1 frozen banana, throw that in. We've got some soy milk. You can add your soy milk as you go in case you wanna make it thinner or thicker, whatever, it's up to you. A little bit of vanilla powder. You can use vanilla extract as well. Pumpkin pie spice is a blend of cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, cloves. I'll put a little recipe down below in case you wanna make your own, but here's the regular stuff you can buy at the store too. Throw that in there. And then we've got some date powder. While your world makes an awesome date powder, you can buy a date sugar at the grocery store as well if you can't get ours. Throw that in, that's gonna sweeten it up, and that's it. We've got ourselves a pumpkin pie smoothie. Yum. You're gonna love this smoothie. Reeves, would you like to try some pumpkin pie smoothie?
Would I?
All right, tell us how they are.
It's so good. It's a pumpkin pie smoothie. It tastes exactly like pumpkin pie. And it's thick and it's creamy and it's delicious.
It does taste exactly like a liquefied pumpkin pie.
Oh, it's so good.
It is very good. It's delicious.
That's frighteningly good.
Super good. The date sweetness is perfect. Everybody else would be putting a bunch of sugar or maple syrup or garbage like that. This is real food. I love it. It's pizza time.
You mean it's mummy time?
It's mummy time. It's Halloween mummy time. Ooh, they look good. Oh boy. Look at that, how the topping is just browned a little bit. Oh, that looks nice. Now be sure to place your mummies on a Halloween platter like this gorgeous ghost platter. Let's get to the tasting. Oh, they're cooked through just right. I love it. Oh, the pepperoni flavor is so good. I love this topping. You gotta try it out.
Is it so delicious that it makes you want to call your mummy?
Now imagine these also with lots of veggies. Throw some peppers and onions on there too when you're not trying to make a mummy face.
A little broccula. See, I like them lengthwise. They're just cuter. It's like you mummified the whole pizza. Pizza, pepperoni, potatoes, what's not to love?
You love that pepperoni topping, I know.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh, you can get hooked on that stuff. Be careful now.
If you haven't seen our other Halloween videos, be sure to click right here. Those videos are to die for. And don't forget the Well Your World pizza sauce. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.